Okay, welcome to the first episode of what episode? I don't know what episode is it. Actually, I just want to have some conversation with my friend Purwaji, so I'm going to name this show Design Talk.
Design talk?
Yeah, because we're going to talk about design. You're a designer, I also design, and we meet because of design.
No. I thought you want to talk about everything.
Okay. Before I start, I just want to let you know that Purwaji is my friend. It's a very special moment because he used to work in China, and today he is going to back to China again.
Yeah,
after tonight he is going to back. So before he leave to China, I want to kidnap him and ask him some question about everything about his experience.
Okay.
Yeah, because Raji, as far as I know, he is one of my friends. We have been working together for
more than 1 year. Yeah.
More than 1 year.
More than 1 year.
So we used to work together for Bit Creative, and even we also have an experience to have a company trip together to Paris in 2016, right?
Yeah, for the company trip.
Yeah. And what makes me interesting inviting Purwaji to this video, because I see Purwaji has a different mindset of thinking among all.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
no.
because you are one of my friends who taking a leap to move to another country and seeking for new opportunity in another country, which is not everyone is going to take that. So
yeah.
I'm really curious on what is the background you really interesting in taking.
So you were wondering about that.
Yeah, of course. I'm really sure because among all the designers, we know that most of us are working with foreigners.
Yeah.
We are working with people from another country, but not many of us
move.
Taking the chance to move and working together with them.
Yeah,
in
face
their
to face.
place.
Then yes, my job. Okay, at the beginning, before that, at the times like in 2016, it was on July. I got invitation from one of the French guy. It's a Chinese French. And this guy is interested on my work on Dribble, and then he tried to contact me by emails. And then
so you got this opportunity because you post your portfolio on Dribble.
Yeah, exactly, on Dribble, yes.
Dribble.com.
Yes, Dribble.com. I don't know if this is how to pronounce
Dribble, because there are 3B.
Oh, okay, so you said okay, I said like just dribble like dribble ball or something like that. Yeah, and after that, we share our Skype ID, and then.
Okay, before moving so far, you said you got invitation from some friend's company because he is looking for your portfolio in Dribble.
Yeah.
Do you know how many designers at the moment who has also got the same opportunity as you? At the moment, you also got invitation from the.
I
company.
believe there are more than that. Even one of our friend live just nearby.
Oh really?
Yeah, even they got this kind
so
of.
So in our circle, there are another person who also.
Yeah, there is another person.
Okay.
But the thing is, the one who took this chance is only me.
Well, why?
The first is why I really interested to go to China, to explore more about China, because most of people talk about technology, how convenience life in China. And most of startup, like the Kickstarters, they create the kind of a crazy idea about the product, electronic stuff.
Okay. But for my experience, like people in Japan are really polite. I mean,
that's completely different.
In the train, they are so silent. When I'm traveling to Japan, I really I'm one of the people who think that, am I okay supposed to be here because they are so silent? I'm really afraid that I'm making mistake. Like in the America, it's like the opposite. People are so loud, and I'm looking okay.
Yeah, sure. They talk a lot, work a lot.
Yeah, but when I'm in the Japan, it's totally completely different. What about in China?
In China,
in the train, they are
maybe almost similar like in the US, perhaps.
Okay, so
because some people not some people like I can say most of the people they talk quite loudly there.
Okay.
And they don't really silence, but I can say 90% of the people they're holding their phone.
Okay.
They just like keep chatting, but yeah. Sometimes they just like make a call. Why do you hold
making call inside the train?
Yes, exactly, right. And quite loudly.
Okay.
Yeah, they can make call inside of the train, but it's fine. But if like quite loudly, it's like okay, yeah, it's really disturbing at the time. And and if you live in some place like my old apartment in Futian, because I live quite close from the like original Chinese. It's more like Chinese apartment, and the people they're really loudly when they are scream, they are fighting. Wow,
Really fighting?
they're fighting like they throw something. Like okay, what time is it? It's 2 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
It's 2 a.m. in the morning. Can you imagine that?
So interesting.
And people drunk. Is a lot of people drunk there.
Drunk.
You drunk, they drink and drunk, and I see people like just fighting. They're fighting not like killing each other, but mostly like they fighting with diamonds. Like,
Okay. So doing argument.
yeah, doing
today.
argument exactly.
Okay. And how well do they approve a foreigner? How really they accept a foreigner? Did you treat well in China, or they like some, what do you say? They treat different between foreigner and the Chinese people.
They treat different between foreigners and Chinese people for sure. Because
Give an example.
if I start to speak Chinese, maybe they thought I'm like Chinese from Xinjiang because we
Okay.
have the same. Because we have the same skin in
Okay.
Xinjiang. Okay, and if I just speak English, and they will just like really different. Really different. I mean, it's like in a good way.
In a good way.
In a good way, because they will more respect. They
More
will more
respect.
like, yeah, it's like if I just speak like, hey, ni hao, wow, bujida.
Okay, so they good to foreign people.
Yeah, even
Okay.
Indonesian. When I talk like, wait, ni chung nali lai, is they ask me like that. Okay, well, Indonesian run. Oh, Taufik. Then mostly they knew about like sport, like Taufik Hidayat.
Taufik Hidayat.
It's really Taufik Hidayat is really famous there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Every
that's
time I went to the court just to play badminton with the Chinese people, you know how I made play badminton with them? Just bring my racket just in my bag, and then just go straight away to the court. Try to find some group. Hey, can I play with you? He's just like, okay, you good? Yeah, you can try just one game. Okay, try one game. Okay. And then it's like, hey, can I add your WeChat? And then they invite me on the group, and then just that.
Also, WeChat is the most popular social media.
WeChat is the most.
Not only for messaging, but for anything.
Payment for everything.
Okay.
But I use a lot not WeChat Pay, but Chafuba. I mean Alipay.
Alipay.
Yeah, we call WeChat is Weixin, and we call Alipay is Chafuba.
Jafuba.
Yeah, Chafuba. Yes.
The original name.
The original Chinese name. Yeah,
Okay.
Chinese name.
Oh, so it is the English version and also the Chinese version.
Yeah, it's really convenient to use. Even you can order food like you did here with the GoFood, Gojek apps, and you can order movie ticket and train ticket. Even there is an online taxi.
Okay.
It's really convenient.
Right.
But more expensive there.
Okay. All of us already know that China is a superpower country, that anything we see, every tools we use in our daily life are made in China.
Yeah.
Even when I buy souvenir in United States, they are made in China.
Even Apple, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, design in California, manufacturing in China.
Yeah, that's right. I know that China is great. I mean, from your experience working with Chinese people, what makes them so great in ruling every distribution of the goods in the world?
Maybe
What makes them so good?
I can say is maybe one of the part of their culture. They really like money.
They really like money.
Whatever
They
they can.
obey money. Like money is everything.
I don't want to say that, but they really like money. From that,
They will do everything to get a lot of money.
exactly.
Okay.
And they work. I mean, the professional way is really good. When they're like, they find a purpose to earn a lot of money.
Okay.
They will do everything.
Okay, so talking about the work ethic in China, is it really hard to work in China? I mean, like, you have to work really hard. I mean, the standard of the company is really high for the employee. Because as I know, like in the Japan, people are like, the working stress are really high. The stress level is really high. What about the China?
I can say because I work in a French company. You know,
Okay.
French are more like a bit lazy.
Yeah.
Lazy.
Lazy and much party, work hard,
Exactly.
party hard.
And parties more. I can
Work
say.
hard, party hard. In China, you don't have ideas.
The most of people, I mean, foreign friend, Indonesian, whatever, the German, friends, American, Canadian, they said work in a Chinese company is really, really hard.
Really hard.
Yeah, it's really hard.
The employers set a really high standards.
And they should like
target, like,
yeah, they have target and
ridiculous target.
It's really competitive.
Crazy target.
Really crazy.
You have to working like a horse. They push you really hard.
Yeah.
Under your last sweat.
You win more time, you win more money. That's it.
Okay.
That's what they did. Exactly.
Yeah. You're lucky because you're working with French company in China.
Yes.
You're not working in the Chinese company.
I'm so lucky. Man, I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
But the thing is, yes, I can say French more like lazy, but in this company, it's not that really, really lazy. They're really structural, they're really good, and they're really like diligent, but quite different than any other French.
Okay.
Because most of engineer, I work with engineer, people are best from engineer, I kind of say like study engineering things, and they're really, really, really strike, and they're really, really good at work.
Really good at work.
Yeah, and they're really good at party.
Yeah.
I live with three French guy. I mean, two original, I can say maybe French, but one's is Philippine French because this Philippine guy is born in France. And every time I be like, okay, it's weekend, guys, and then they just went to bar. And
Tell me about your believing. Is there any problem in becoming Muslim in China? Of course, you have problem because there's a lot of non-halal food.
No. In fact, they have a lot of halal food in
Really?
China.
So the Muslim community is
huge.
Huge.
One of the biggest place for pray, and the biggest one is only for Muslim.
Only for Muslims.
Yeah, only for Muslims. Okay. Muslim has a big mosque. I can say masjid. Okay. The biggest one now in Shenzhen is for Muslim.
So the church is less
is, I can say, like smaller.
Oh,
even.
What's the majority religion in Shenzhen?
In Shenzhen,
the majority of the or most of the Chinese are unreligious.
I can say most of friends they don't really have a religion. Maybe.
Really?
I can say that because did you go to church? No. They say like, do you have a God? No, I have money. For them, yes.
Did you have any problem in maintaining your 5-time praying every day?
For me, no.
I
have a good deal with my boss because when we move our office after we close the PMDS, and I asked one thing, I would like to continue work with them, but every Friday I would like to go to masjid.
Every Friday, okay.
And I work in the company only every Monday to Thursday, and Friday I work at home. Because the masjid is only in Shenzhen.
That's a good deal.
It's a really good deal.
What's a good thing about China in the term of way of life? I mean, the public transportation, the technology, or food, or
just is really convenience. Compared with other country, is really convenience.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to talk about food, but talk about food is completely different than I can say Indonesia is.
I like Chinese food. It's my favorite.
Chinese food in Indonesia is good.
It's better.
It's better.
Ikan rasa is better?
Ikan rasa is way better.
Right.
Way better.
So you say that Chinese food in here is different with Chinese food in real China?
In real China is more oily. I don't really like oily.
What kind of oil?
Whatever is oily. I mean, oily is all.
I mean, where did that oil come from?
That's halal food for sure. They use the halal because mostly I ate in a halal restaurant. Okay, that's it. But I don't know about the others. The thing is, in accidents perhaps I taste some kind of not halal, but I didn't know. But and then I just stopped.
Tell us more about your work.
My work.
Yeah, as a designer. We are having the same background. Like you're working with me, working on a consumer app, like application user interface design for iPhones or for consumer app. And what did you actually do in your company? Is that something similar what we have done previously, or it's totally different things?
Actually similar, but the thing is, I work alone. I work
Okay.
for everything.
You're a full stack designer or something?
Like full stack designer
Okay.
from I start to help them to concept the apps and make a wireframe and make the flow like the user journey and it's an apps that we built based on the we just call the API from the website, I mean like from the server, and we just run some content and we can select, we can create the content, we can create the template for display because we produce the display in the company. At the beginning they produced the backlight and now they produce the LED display with an apps inside of it.
So an app that can
integrate, yeah, there's gonna do some integration to the screen. So for example, we have some pictures because their target is more like real estate, and most of the real estate agency would like to show some property to the client, and they need to put some pictures and information, the price, everything's inside of one template under the screen. So when you create like selecting some image, blah 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 blah, and then you create a text like give some information about this property, and you put some price and you put the logo of the agency. And the others like the standard of the house.
So it's like a screen builder. For that kind of application you design, can you tell us the process? I mean, when you're working together in our previous company, we feel our way of work is not really represent how a corporate company works because it's not including like user research, like design thinking process. And in your company, is that really a follow the basic rule
the
of
thing is
UI UX design?
Yeah, the way we work and the way I work with the company is completely different. Just about the communication. Every day we talk, we discuss everything, and
it's a lot of meeting.
It's more clear. It's more clear than the previous one, and this is the big things that we need to set up at the beginning. Is just to communicate every day, to learn how to, what can I say, like avoid the mistakes, and to find a bug. Everything's like it's more often, I can say.
So it's more like when you got some brief from the team, you discuss together about the ideas, and you're working and you translate the idea into a screen, and some design, and you propose with the team. You discuss together.
Always we have the process on that.
Okay, is there any specific methodology you're implement in your process? I mean, or it's just like flowing?
I just use our own flow. Like first is from the boss, and then usually me, designers, and big boss, and one of the project manager. We discuss, three of us. We spend like a day usually, a day just to discuss about an idea. Just not in the office. Mostly you just like, okay, let's move to some cafe shop or something like that. So we move there, we bring our pen and a note. That's it. And then
so there is no like a 2-week sprint, like kick off sprint, like
there is
actually
there is but this is on a project management on Jira. We use this for
so you
manage all
backlog,
timeline, backlog, exactly.
Okay, because there are several design process that being developed, like a Google Sprint, but you use your own methodology. Okay, and how did you validate your design? Is there any like user testing or also like?
Of course, after I made the designs, so we discuss about the possibility when we implement the design into the developing. So when the developer suggests something, so I would like to listen from it. That's why this is really important. If you just like design and then you just produce and you find that some bugs, this is not good. So the good thing is once you finish the UI, I can say once you finish the wireframe, we need to discuss with the developer. Is it possible? So when you develop this plugin, is it gonna affect with another plugin or not? Because we have a lot of plugin. For example, we produce a kind of like dimmer control, So like your lighting here, you have remote control, but you can control with your phones.
Okay.
So and then you have another thing, you have to create a template, and then you have to upload on your screen. So if you change this, what is possible, like if you make this plugin, you have to integrate also with this plugin. So once this plugin works, you should work in another plugin, because sometimes when you create one plugin, it's crashed with another plugin, and then you find some bugs, and you need to fix it. You need to fix it.
Okay. And for the last things before we leave, I want you to give some words, maybe some advice for another fellow designer in Indonesia. The first is the one who have a strong experience in the UI or user experience design world, and how did you advise them to taking a chance when there's an opportunity to work together with the people from another world, another country? How did you advise them?
Perhaps they knew how to communicate with them. Perhaps I don't know, but maybe there is something different. And if you communicate face to face together every day, you will feel that this is really important.
Okay.
You will affect your feelings. So when you work, and you will understand more how they think, how they work, and this is really important at this thing. For all designers that in our community in Jogja, maybe it's a good thing if you can take the chance to go abroad to see the real life. I mean, like, this is a good thing. If you can take this chance, you will feel that there is a difference between you, the past of you, and the future of you. It's really different. That's it. I can't tell, but you need to feel it. So you need to take the chance.
And you will never regret on your decision. Of your decision to take a leap and work in another country.
Exactly.
Okay. And the second is, if there is a junior designer who is really want to be like you and being inspired because of your story, how did you tell them to pursue your dream of working abroad from the design world?
Keep trying, keep doing good things. So the most important thing is like your attitude should be, how can I say, good. If you don't have a good attitude, you just think like ordinary people, like oh, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. You never made it. If you want to do it, just do it. If you have some attacks, they ask you, just do it, whatever.
Okay.
That's
so specifically.
Yes.
I mean, like, what should they do in order to prepare to pursue their dream?
You just prepare yourself. I don't know what to tell.
Building a strong portfolio.
For sure, yes. The how can I say? Yes, the primary things. Yeah, you have to have a good, well-educated background. Like, okay, you graduate from the university. This is the first thing. I mean, that's the standard if you want to work abroad, and you have a strong portfolio, and you can make sure your can I say, like, the company would like to hire you. You can bring a good value for the company.
Okay,
that's it. And be brave. Never feel like if you want to say something, just say it. Like, when you face the work, you face the experience. Some people, they're afraid to tell about the truth.
Okay.
And some people, they dare to tell about the truth, but it's better just tell something. Like, if you feel something bad or feel something like it's unnormal in the project, you just need to tell. You just need to be brave.
Okay.
Keep communicate.
Free to talk.
Yeah.
Being not too shy to
give your
opinion, show yourself.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, maybe one word, one sentence on your life, your principle you always keep. You want to share?
Just one. You never try, you never knew. That's it.
Okay, cool. If you never try, you never knew. So always try the best. Just do it.
Yeah, that's it. That's how experience grow with you.
Okay, guys. Okay, thank you, Purwaji, for the time. It's a very
It's
a very nice talk we had today. Yeah. Okay, and tonight, Purwaji is going to fly back to Shenzhen. Let's pray the best for him, because he.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, besides represent do the job well, he also represent Indonesia among the Chinese community.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks guys. Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to subscribe and like and leave your comment below if you want to ask something to Mr. Purwaji or from me. And see you again in the next video.
I hope I can answer that.
Okay, yeah, let's go to
Hoha. I'm so starving.